In the midst of all the movement and conversation in a Montessori classroom, there is a quiet creation in progress. Each individual is creating the person he is becoming. Maria Montessori termed the mind of the young child the absorbent mind. As natural observers, children observe all the activity around them. In the preschool, classes are composed of children between the ages of 2.5 and 6. Most lessons are given individually. The children also work together in small groups. For other activities, the entire group may assemble. Entering the classroom at 2.5 or 3 years of age, the child encounters lessons of practical life. Activities such as spooning peas aid the child in developing muscular coordination. Water activities are very popular. Pouring water from one pitcher to another develops concentration and muscular coordination. Pouring skills lead the child closer to independence. The washing hands activity consists of a lengthy sequence of movements. Intense concentration results as the water and the bubbles absorb the child's attention. The children apply their new skills as they contribute to the upkeep of the classroom environment. Each skill provides proof of their growing competence. Snack time is an opportunity for the application of practical life skills. Polishing activities are especially appealing to young children. They enjoy applying polish to an object. They delight in uncovering a shiny surface. The dirty polishing cloths are deposited in the laundry bag. The cloths will be scrubbed and hung to dry. Next, the cloths are ironed and returned to the supply shelf. The cycle begins anew. Children learn how to wash and cut vegetables. They acquire skills which prepare them to participate in their home environment. Care of the person activities include various dressing frames which isolate one difficulty at a time: snapping, buttoning, tying, buckling, and so on. The children are equipped to apply their new skills. Grace and courtesy lessons include how to blow one's nose or how to ask for something. Children appreciate knowing how to handle themselves socially. Care of the life dependent on us involves daily watering and feeding of animals, not to mention cleaning the cage. The animals also provide opportunities for close observation. The children accept responsibility for the living things around them. Once the child has received a lesson, she may take it from the shelf and work with it as long as she likes. The activity cycle is completed by returning the activity to its special place, ready for the next person. Since the preschool child's approach to life is through his senses, the Montessori sensorial material provides experiences which sharpen the child's observation powers. Cylinder blocks help the child to discriminate size. The control of error is in the material. If a mistake is made, the child will recognize it and correct it himself. Once he is familiar with all 4 cylinder blocks, he blindfolds himself and relies on his stereognostic sense to locate the correct cylinder for each hole. Quite a challenge. With the touch boards, the child experiences rough and smooth. As she draws her fingers over the panels of wood and sandpaper, she develops a lightness of touch essential for writing. The geometric solids not only give the child the language for the solids, but a real feel for them. The sound cylinders isolate the auditory sense and help the child to discriminate sound. The bells train the ear for work with the musical scale. With the first exercise, the child pairs identical sounds. Primary colors are introduced with the first box of color tablets in a simple matching activity. Later, with box 3 of the color tablets, the child lines up the tablets in gradation. There's a fine difference between each shade. The child brings order and organization to the broad stair, a series of rectangular prisms which she has placed randomly on a rug. The control of error is visual. Her sense perceptions are refined. The child learns to discriminate size with the pink tower. All the cubes are pink, so that she can concentrate on one quality, volume. Triangles are introduced to the preschool child. He joins the sides of triangles to form new shapes. Tracing the shapes of the geometric cabinet prepares the child's hand for writing while connecting the hand and the mind in muscular memory. The vocabulary for the variety of triangles, quadrilaterals, and polygons prepares the child for the study of geometry. Can you see the names on those labels very clearly? I can make it a little bit better or worse? Tell me what. Is that better?
No.
That's probably worse.
Worse?
Yeah.
Tell me when it's better.
That's better. I see pentagon in that child's hand.
I think that's as good as it's going to get. Preschool children construct the binomial cube as a puzzle. The preschool child's math experience begins with the number rods. As he places his hand on each colored segment, he counts the quantity. The child learns the number symbols by tracing the sandpaper numerals. The tactile sense connects the hand and the mind and prepares the child for writing. Next, the child combines the quantity and the symbol. The spindle box introduces the concept of zero. The child places the quantity of spindles represented by the symbol in each compartment. The zero compartment is left empty. With the cards and counters, the child places the symbols in sequence and matches the corresponding quantity. The golden bead materials introduce the decimal system. The quantity is given first, unit, 10, 100, 1,000. Then the symbol. Then the quantities and symbols together. The material is used to introduce addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. 2 children may bring the quantities and symbols to a rug. They put together their material to find the sum of their quantities. After extensive work with the golden bead material, the child works with a stamp game. The children add with it in a similar manner. It is a little more abstract, as the child must understand the written symbol on the stamp. The bead frame is another step in the sequence leading to abstract computation. The child learns to count linearly with beads as well. With the teens boards, the child experiences the numerals and quantities of 11 to 19. With the tens boards, the child progresses to 99. After counting every bead of the 1,000 bead chain, she's certain to retain a clear concept of 1,000. Great pride results from such a lengthy accomplishment. That's about 30 feet long. So we have special mats that we usually have the children spread out in the gym because that's probably the only place where they're really going to be out of everybody's way. One of the many uses of the square chains is skip counting. Counting the 5 chain, for example, the child will label each fifth bead. 5, 10, 15. She sees the numerical pattern. With the addition strip board, the child adds single-digit numbers. Various activities such as the negative snake game introduce the concept of subtraction. The Montessori materials divide learning into a series of steps. We can see such a series in the presentation of addition and subtraction, as well as in the following multiplication exercise. Here the child constructs the multiplication combinations of 5. 5 taken once, 5 taken twice, and so on. In another multiplication exercise, the child lays out the bead bars of 2 to represent the 2 times table. She represents the product, for example, of 2 times 6 with a 10 bar and a 2 bar. Later, she works with the multiplication tables up to 10 taken 10 times with a multiplication board. Times boards and tickets help the child to memorize his combinations. Division is introduced first with the golden bead material, and again with other activities, such as the stamp game. The unit division board with limits of 81 divided by 9 furthers the child's understanding of division. Language in the Montessori classroom includes reading, writing, and communication. The metal insets prepare the hand for handwriting and give an opportunity to explore color and geometric shapes. A comfortable environment encourages a respect for books. The sandpaper letters connect the hand with the mind in movement. The tactile sense gives the child first-hand experience with the letter, and the tracing prepares his hand for writing. The phonetic sounds are introduced first. The child analyzes sounds in words with the movable alphabet. The phonetic object game emphasizes that the written word is a transference of thought. The phonograms, that is, combinations such as SH, CH, and DGE, are explored with 2 colors of movable alphabets, thereby isolating the phonogram's sound and helping the child to be consciously aware of the combination. Puzzle words, words that do not follow any rules, must be memorized. Children make a game out of quizzing each other. Nomenclature activities are abundant in the preschool classroom. The children are in a sensitive period for language and absorb vocabulary with ease. Activities from all areas of the classroom, biology, botany, and geography, provide opportunities to apply reading skills. The preschool child begins writing with a movable alphabet. As his skills increase, he progresses to written composition. The preschool child is introduced to the function of words activities with the farm. The adjective activity includes, for example, the phrase, the little pig. Grammar symbols are used to represent various parts of speech. The study of geography opens many new interests for the children. Preschool children learn the names of the flags and often draw them. The child is introduced to the names of the continents with the continent globe. This represents Africa. This represents Asia. The hemisphere map is used as a puzzle. children may trace the continent and make their own continent map. The child is introduced to landforms, an application of practical life pouring, and learns that this is an island, this is a lake. She becomes aware that they are physical opposites. With a puzzle map, children learn the names of the states and countries. The knobs used for grasping the pieces have been preparing the muscles of the hand for writing since preschool. And you might notice or not that the knobs at each one of those states is right at the capital. With a puzzle map, children learn the names of the states. Just did that. The activities in the Montessori classroom prepare the child's hand for the dexterity necessary for artistic expression. A growing awareness of the designs in nature provides stimulus for drawing. A variety of media extends the child's artistic experience. The development of the body is an important aspect of Montessori education. Outdoor play exercises the developing muscles. Quiet outdoor play is also respected. Montessori education consists of a triangle: the interaction of the child, the teacher, and the materials. The children create themselves through their environment, coordinate their bodies, stimulate their minds, and develop a lifelong, happy attitude towards the world and the joy of learning.